Hello, how's everybody doing here? What's going on? It's a Sunday night, 8 o'clock. It's Eastern Standard. I hope everybody's doing good. Um, we had just been a while, but I've been so busy and I've been working hard to get you new stuff, and it finally came out today. And there's a lot to talk about, but lunch dinner's coming, so this is going to be short and condensed, I think. But anyway, thank you all. Good to see everybody here. Let's see who all's here. We've got Shane, of course, and Danielle, of course. Hey, Danielle, Peter, good to see you. And Danielle's member for 15 months, and Vice Baby. Thank you for being here. Coke Fairy, David Nelson, good to see you. And I will say thank you first of all to Vice Baby, and of course the one and only Digger, who is reading Prepare cover to cover, and she's doing a great job of it. And of course Slidey Pie, who's read some books. Hey, good to see you. Yes, Coke Fairy. She talks about Strongman. Yeah, big surprise in Strongman today. That was we have a new contender. So yeah, there's a couple really great. The first South African Strongman one, and very much a surprise. Nobody saw that coming. Everybody thought it was going to be Mitch Hooper versus Tom Stoltman. And I also like Patty Haynes. Patty Haynes is a new guy who's doing really good, and he's fun to watch. So it's great to see new talent. Yeah, so I wanted to just kind of have a short little presentation to tell you. First of all, My Difficult Dog has been delayed, but I should be getting the books tomorrow. It's taken a long time for them to get printed and shipped, so that they are printed. They say that they're going to be shipped. Oh, and Daisy's here, so Daisy, hang out because we got to talk. So My Difficult Dog is shipped, and it should be arriving at my house on Monday, and then I will ship them out this week. So that's the first edition hardcovers of My Difficult Dog, which is the whole. I really put a lot of effort and spent some money and all. Shenny Graham, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, this is right. So, well, we're going to talk about this in a second because this other book came out of nowhere, and a lot of it's because of Daisy here. Okay, so what happened is we had My Difficult Dog, the competition to pick the artist, if you remember, and Daisy is 13, and she was in the competition, and she said, "Well, I'm a fan, and I want to, I'm a budding artist, 13 years old, and she'd like to be." In the competition, and her mom actually emailed me and said so. So I said, great, I'd love to have her on. So she submitted some art, and I'll tell you, it was really good. She was, she came out to be a runner-up in the competition, and she was so good that I said, you know what? I have this short stories that I wrote called Scooter Asks Where Is God? Would you be interested in illustrating that? And so she said, sure. And, it's, I got to say, and sadly, the compensation wasn't great, but she wants to give it to her friends and her family. So I said, great, that we can work that out. And also this story, I thought that I would give this away for free. So the book that A Scooter Asks Where Is God is a free book. So if you go on stevegosney.com, you can download it for free. And it's a Christian story about as typical, it's a true story about a true cat that has an overlay of a little Christian message on it, right? Anna Marumpery. So I'm gonna show you how it came out. You can go on to download it for free, so you can do that. I sent out an email to everybody that bought a book, but everybody's welcome, and you're free. It's free. That's the whole thing. So I'm going to show you. So Scooter Asks Where Is God is also out. And here's the first. And I'll show you Grok. My buddy Grok did a great job. And so Daisy gave me some illustrations, and then Grok laid it out. Look at this. Look at the way the layouts came out. Have you seen this yet, Daisy? I sent it to your dad. And look at this. See there? So this is the story of Scooter. See, look at that. Is that great? So my buddy Grok took Daisy's illustrations and put them together with the text and made this great layout. And the ebook is free. The ebook is free. I am going to do a soft cover version of this, and Grok is now working on the soft cover, which will not be free, but it will be a lot less expensive. And of course, I will give Daisy some copies to give away to her friends and family. But I think it just came out wonderful. It just sort of popped up. Well, this is my third children's book. See this? Isn't that wonderful? And then, of course, here's the little promo at the end, right? This is you can pre-order the soft cover. You can get My Difficult Dog, which is only hardcover only right now, and then Brucey, which is small hands edition, and those are there. So yeah, so that's what we have going. So you can order My Difficult Dog hardcover, and you can order Scooter Asks Where Is God for free ebook, or you can pre-order the soft cover, which I'm going to get done. So is that pretty cool? Hey, Bobby, good to see you. Yeah, so we have yeah, Daisy, did your dad share with you the full story? I also sent it to my friend Chris, and Chris is he was the owner of Scooter. Let me give you a little background of what Scooter's about. And that is that my friend Chris and I had we went to law school together. That's how I met Chris. And he's still one of my closest friends. He's my godfather of my son. I'm the godfather of his son. And so he's a very good guy. And we're very close. Well, one time we in law school, he had an apartment up in the woods, and we'd hang out, we'd play video games, and we'd cook grill steaks. And his friend Jamal would come over. We'd have Jamal and Sakina and me and Chris, and we'd all hang out, and we just had a really good time. So one day, this little kitten shows up out of the darkness in the middle of nowhere. And he shows up, and he's like, meow, meow, meow. And Chris tells me, like, yeah, this kitten showed up out of nowhere at my doorstep. And we don't know where he came. But yet here he is. And he was so cute. He had this big fat tail. He always had this huge tail. It was kind of his distinguishing feature. And there was a dog in that apartment. There was a dog in the, like he rented a basement from a family that had a dog. So Scooter was raised by a dog. And he thought he was a dog, and he would play fetch. Like, you know, when you have those little tops that you pull off, like a little top, and it's got a ring and a little plastic top. You pull the ring, and then he would play fetch with that. So you'd throw the little top, and the Scooter would go get it and fetch the string. Sorry, we got family and dinner stuff coming up here. So
hello. Oh, okay.
So dinner is here. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And then of course he would also sleep under the covers. That was another thing. But he would wrestle with this dog, and he'd get all slobbered up, and he would wrestle with the dog. This cat was crazy. And the other thing he would do is he would play fetch, and he'd hide under the covers. And normally a cat is very skittish. You know, if they're under the covers and you touch it, like they get like freak out, right? But this cat, you know, you just press it and you go, meow. Yeah, like, hey, I'm here. Don't sit on me. And he had two other cats, Berlioz and Toulouse. So the three of them got together, and Scooter turned. I love Scooter. Scooter was a great cat. Oh, well, why do I know this? Because when my friend went off to FBI Federal Police Academy, he asked me to look after his cats. So he had 3 cats. So I looked after his 3 cats. It was supposed to be for 6 months while he was in FBI training academy. But in fact, it's a long story, but he got delayed. He had to stay in the Army for another 2 years. So I actually took care of his cats, I think, for about 2 years. So we had these 3 cats in our house for 2.5 years, something like that. There's lots going on in the background here. I've got to eat dinner here soon, but so that's the story of the real Scooter. So I took care of Scooter, and he was the greatest cat. It was so much fun. He could was friendly. He'd play fetch. He was just, and he would look out the window, like he would look. And I always thought, he would look for squirrels, and he loved this little perch right by the big window. And you need, hold on a second. There's stuff going on in the background you can hear.
Phoebe?
Okay, sorry, I'm a little distracted tonight. I've got dinner coming, but so that's the real story of Scooter, and the way these things come together. And this is funny because I'm writing about all of my friends' pets. Brucey was mine, Jackson's mine, my difficult dog, but Scooter, I guess he was mine for a little bit. So go to stevegosney.com and download your copy of Scooter Cats Where Is God. So when these stories come out, like, okay, it's a story of a dog or a cat, and okay, everybody's got a thing. You about ready? Okay, sorry, dinner time. This wasn't timed perfectly here on the whole thing. But what makes it a story and what makes it a short story is that there's some greater meaning. And in this thing is, I thought that I would take Scooter and use it as an example of like a child's question and an adult's question.
Yeah, I just watched the Prince.
I'm probably going to have to shut down here in a second.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I know, but it's not, you're eating. But Vice Baby, you all are welcome to read this book if you want. I sent you a copy.
We don't have
So you have to go get it over there.
Yeah, so when there's a greater meaning behind the story, that's what makes the story come alive for me. So once I write down, like, okay, this is what they did, but what is the meaning? What purpose does this have? Well, what's the greater message here? And in oh, thank you, Shenny Graham. She ordered 3 books. Yeah, go ahead and order away. All of my books are available. They're on Amazon. Most of these are on Amazon, but they're also on stevegosney.com is my site. That smells really good. Yeah.
the distraction.
I'll be there in a second. So I just wanted to come and say hello. And I actually started another story today, and it's about my friend Mariah and Tim's dog, whose name is Keister. And I have an idea where that might go. But in Scooter, the idea here was, where is God, which is always a question, like, point to him. It's a question adults have. It's a lot of people who don't have faith say, well, point to God. Where is he, right? It's where's the evidence? Show me the science. Point it to me, right?
And there's a cup there too in the freezer.
What do you mean next week I have to buy another one, right? No. Scooter is free. It's an ebook. It's for free. So you get free ebook for that. My Difficult Dog is hardcover only. That I'll be shipping out next week. They are coming. It's done. It's just I'm waiting for the printed copies. Should be here tomorrow. And then I'm working on a soft cover version of Scooter. So yeah, I started a new book, right? Yes. She says I started. Yeah, I'm always working on something, I guess. It's just when I'm inspired. So is that you guys eating? I better go. The family's eating. And this is the thing. I've got mixed responsibilities. But I did want to say hello to everybody, and thank you to Rewatch Crew for being here. And go get your stuff at juststevegosney.com. And of course, Daisy, you are free to share the book, the ebook, with your friends and family, as is our agreement, and your friends at school or whatever. You are a beautiful illustrator, a talented illustrator, and I look forward to it. Maybe you can come up with an idea of Keister. I don't know. Yeah, so the Scooter book kind of answers that question, or at least talks about it, gives us a forum to talk about it with children, with the beautiful illustrations of Daisy. And thank you very much. You did a great time. All right, dinner time. All right, God bless you all. Thanks for hanging out. It was a little short thing. I gotta go. All right.